welcome to Ever After, a Once Upon a Time podcast. Season 2, Episodes 20, The Evil Queen. In this episode, Hook helps Regina with a plan to transport her and Henry to Fairy Tale Land. Meanwhile, Emma grows suspicious of Tamara, and the Queen asks for help from Rumpelstiltskin.
Okay.
I am your host, Molly Southgate, and with me is...
Martha Southgate.
And...
Rob Southgate.
Daddy!
Diddy.
All right. What
I
you guys
loved
think?
it. I loved
I
it.
loved it!
Did you?
I did. Did you love it?
Did I? I think so.
Yeah.
I love when Operation Cobra.
When I was
It's
Operation
together.
Praying Mantis.
Operation Praying Mantis.
Yeah.
The Operation Praying Mantis.
Mampus.
Mampus.
They don't like that you
Praying
can't
Mantis.
say it.
Praying Mampus.
Praying Mantis.
Dad wanted it to be Operation Stickbug.
Yeah, well,
They
he
hide
said-
in plain
He
He
sight.
said it's something that hides in plain sight. I'm like,
I would say
Stickbug?
Operation Chameleon.
Well, that's not as good as Stickbugs.
Chameleon is a cool name and people can say it.
Operation Anole.
Boo.
Well, they're chameleons.
Boo.
Same
What's a
thing.
Nole?
It's the same thing.
Boo.
Boo.
All right.
Operation
So I'll
Boo.
tell you why I loved it. Because
I think Operation Viper.
I love
They settled on that already.
the Hook character.
Mm-hmm.
And
too.
I
I
think
do
they're
too.
doing such an awesome job with him. It was fun to see Maleficent back in that weird
Yeah.
form. Well, I think that's because we were right. She was killed, but she's still down there.
She's
She's
cursed.
not. Yeah, so she won't die. So she is that like weird
Keeps
ghoul
regenerating as dust,
Yes.
like from the.
thing. Yes, very cool.
I think when she died, it became the dragon and her. That's why she's that weird thing.
And when she gets so big and everything.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anybody have anything to say?
I do.
What?
Regina stole the beans, and she's got the beanstalk
kidding.
in her office.
Yeah. And
That's
she
gonna cause some problems.
And she burned all the beans they've been working so hard on.
And she went and told Henry that she was going to kill everybody and
Yeah.
take him away, and then she
Erased his memory.
Erased his memory. And,
Yeah, she is full-on evil queen again. We had a little bit of redemption starting, and
that's
even
gone.
here I thought, okay, we're going to see her heading towards redemption. Oh, no, she's done with redemption.
Yeah, she's gone.
I don't think we're going to see redemption from her for a long time. Gold seems to have given up his redemption, but we didn't really see him in this one.
Well,
We saw him as Rump.
yes, but he
Dearie.
wasn't. But Mr.
We
Gold
only
wasn't
saw
in
him
this.
walking with Belle.
Right,
Right, just
Lacey.
for real briefly.
Lacey.
Well, and that's when Hook
with a lacy
saw
belt.
that he's still alive.
Yeah.
Because he thought he killed Hook, and Tamara and Tamaro, Greg.
Tamara and Tamara.
I could think
You
of his
say
name.
tomato, I say tomato.
They
Tomato.
need a
Tomato.
couple name. Greg Mara. Gramara.
Gramara.
Oh, that sounds like a Godzilla character. Gramara. Anyway, Gramara pointed out to Hook that he didn't kill Hook, and that's when he saw Gold with Lacey.
Uh-huh.
Gold and Lace. Sounds like a 70s song. Mom would
Bring
probably
to
like that.
me your gold.
See?
From me, my lace.
Oh, yeah, that's by Mom, the Canadian troubadour.
Oh, turn the
I'm not
song.
Canadian.
What's a troubadour?
So Snow White and Prince Charming are sitting out on the dock. Sitting on the
Okay.
dock. of the-
Oh, make
Or
it
singing.
stop.
So they're talking about going back to Fairy Tale Land and leaving Regina behind.
Right.
And stupid Snow White. I am sorry.
I mean, come on.
I am
okay,
sorry.
At the beginning of the
Oh, we
scene,
can't leave Regina behind.
but we see a guy sitting there, a fisherman, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what character that's going to be. As they're talking, the character gets up. I'm like, yeah, that's clearly going to be Regina, which it is.
What are they thinking? So, but no. What was stupid was her saying, "We can't leave Regina behind. She's been trying so hard."
But Snow
give
is
me
a good
strength.
person.
Strength.
I'm not giving you
And even
strength.
a good person at some point learns their lesson with someone that toxic who has tried to kill their family
Not Snow
repeatedly.
White.
That's my point. Hence the
Although
dumb.
not true.
Hence the
Because
dumb.
in the flashback, she
dumb.
did. In the flashback, we saw that same thing out of Snow, but then when she realized how bad Regina really was, she took it back.
Well, clearly she has forgotten what happened. So
Either that or she doesn't care. Those people are
Charming says she can go and live in Rumpel's jail cell.
Yes.
And Regina hears this, and so now she says, okay, that's the end of that. I'm going to thwart this plan if they think they're going to put me in a jail cell.
Rumpel's jail cell?
In Fairy Tale Land.
Yeah, they said if they took her back to Fairy Tale Land.
She was going to have to live there.
Yeah, that's probably not the best choice.
Mm-hmm.
You probably don't want to say that out loud.
Right.
You can have a quiet plan.
You could say,
and then
we'll
just
take her
get
back
there.
and
then you shove her in the jail cell. Right.
And then they'd know what that means.
Exactly. I don't know why that's so hard for people to understand. So,
if Henry was doing it, he'd call it Operation Fish, because it was by the water. And then they would know, we're going to Operation Fish her.
Yes.
And that's what that means. And then she'd say, what is Operation Fish?
So
that was my impression of the Evil Queen.
When Regina was telling Henry about the bean and about taking him away and then blowing up Storybrooke, or actually just making it disappear and everyone dies, he calls her a villain, and he says, how could I love anyone who could do such a thing? But she says to him, they only see the Evil Queen, which they made me.
Right.
As if.
Right.
I mean, this woman takes absolutely no responsibility for any of her choices or actions. And
we did see that in the beginning, in her other life, she could have been good. She was spoiled by Cora. Cora ruined the apple and turned her let her down that path. Thank you. Let her down that path. But she's fully embraced it when she's killing off an entire village because she wants revenge. Okay, wait a minute. That brings me up to, even though we're not at that point in the story, my favorite line in the whole episode was when Hook was walking with Regina, and he goes, you ever think that constant need for revenge is why nobody likes us?
Best line ever.
Might be the best line of the whole series.
That is so funny. Although we do say that almost every episode that there is a...
Yeah, there's always a good one. But that one, I thought that was hysterical.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And in honor of Hook, Dad has a picture of the cutlass on his paper.
Yes, I do.
Another funny line, when Henry and Emma are doing Operation Praying Mantis, they decide to go into Neil's room. They break into Neil's room. Oh my gosh,
this was so funny.
I love this.
And
kind of nudge against the door.
Yeah, she's like, you gotta signal me. Just kind of, don't knock on it. Act like you're bumping into it. Kind of nudge against it.
When she was demonstrating, I thought I was going to die laughing.
It looked like she had a problem.
Yeah, she was drunk or something, but she's just
so she goes in.
Well, spazzy.
And as Neil comes, what does Henry do? He kind of walks into the door and then he's bumping it, going, oh yeah, no, I'm not doing anything here. And what does Neil say?
Neil says, oh, Emma, I taught her that.
It's the lamest
He's the one who taught her how to break in.
Right.
Yeah.
So then
he probably taught her
don't look like you're doing anything.
Right. I don't think he did it as dorky as she did. She's so funny.
Not so good at that.
Yeah. So Emma tells him about Tamara, and he doesn't believe her, and they don't find anything in the room. But then later, Henry says to her, I believe you.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And he wants them to go to Fairy Tale Land and have a castle for him and Neil and Emma to live in. And she says, I'm not getting back with him.
Right.
So Henry's...
Even though, I don't know, she's a little jealousy, even though she keeps saying she's not.
No, but she wants Hook.
But she loved Neil.
She loved August.
How do you know she wants Hook?
She likes a lot of people. She likes Hook.
She's
a bad boy? Can you sense
Neil's
it?
kind of a bad boy, but
Does he wipe barbecue sauce off her face? Is that what it is?
Do you have to say that every time?
What?
All right. Where are we?
Say what? Wiping barbecue sauce off your face?
Yeah, I'll explain it later.
X-Files. Oh. So Snow and Charming and Grumpy go to the Beans, and Charming says, "You know what? We're gonna need help fixing up our castle when we get back to Fairy Tale Land."
Yeah,
so
Grumpy's
he's hiring them.
Yeah.
But then they get there and all the beans are destroyed.
Yep.
And then Snow has the nerve. Who would do such a thing?
Who would do such
well, let's think. I could think of one person.
Yeah, unless it was Mr. Gold. That might be
and
two.
And he doesn't want to destroy it.
Those are your two big evils here. So, yeah, that's where I would start. I would actually start with Regina.
When Regina threw Hook into the pit
Yes.
with Maleficent in order to get the thing that she needed to reverse the curse.
Yes.
She it was like, what was that thing that was going to do to the? It was going to be
make destruction.
She's going to destroy the whole town.
Right, but what it was sort of she said it was
going to allow her and Henry.
Or something.
Yeah, it was like the big red shiny button. Don't touch the red button.
Well, because
it's the history eraser button.
She's going to.
That's from Ren and Stimpy.
But Hook got out of the pit.
But that's what it was. It was a history eraser button, and if she hit this or whatever it is, does the magic, it would make Storybrooke, everybody in it, die.
Yeah.
Gone.
So she comes
except for her and Henry.
She comes up from the elevator with this thing, with this button. It's like it looks like a jewel. Like
it's
a diamond.
the big red shiny button.
And then it would be a ruby. But Hook is standing there, and she says, "How'd you get out?" Because he was in the pit,
right?
And he says that
he says it's an open pit. That's a barbecue reference.
But he just has a million lives. I think he just gets out of everything.
Well, no, he got out because Greg and Tamara helped him out. And that's what he said. They got me out of there. They did it today, not tomorrow.
Stop.
Yes.
But
references.
She goes to use her power, and they have stopped it.
Yes.
And it was because when she was with Hook earlier, she saw he was wearing her mom's leather.
Right, the band that Cora had given him when he climbed the beanstalk. But they
had enchanted it.
No, they didn't enchant
with science.
Enchantment would have been magic, right? They put science in it. They
blinded him with science.
Science! That's my favorite.
Science!
Yep, that's from Thomas Dolby.
Or
She blinded me with science!
She blinded me with science!
But they said it had...
I'm peeing after you.
It had mechanics inside of it, so even if she got the leather off, it was still going to be blocking her magic.
Yes.
And they knew that there was no way she could resist it. If she saw that he had that leather band on, that's my mother's. I want it back because she wants her things. Just like what Rumpelstiltskin said, I think it was in the last one, when he said, I don't want all these things. I just want my things.
Yes. And
they love their stuff.
Greg will not tell Regina his mission.
Right.
He says,
we thought it was to get his dad, and he's like,
he's like,
nope.
That's not my mission here.
No.
And it's driving her crazy.
It's to get
driving me crazy.
It's driving me a little crazy, but I would never admit it.
It's driving me up the wall.
The best piece of cherry pie in the county. That's what his mission is.
That's his mission.
That's my mission.
So let's go to Fairy Tale Land.
It's chocolate cream for
because I think we talked about everything in
Storybrooke.
But in Fairy Tale Land, Regina was at the dwarf's cottage looking for Snow.
Right.
And she tells all the villagers that Snow White betrayed them and killed her own father. And she says, "Okay, so now who's going to help me find her?" And they all just sat there staring at her because no one believes Regina.
She's so evil. What does she tell her guards to do, Mal?
Kill them.
Kill them all!
And they did.
That's
Kill them,
so
they did.
They didn't take out the hearts, though, because that's her specialty.
Right, they just killed them. Dead.
They didn't take out the heart.
Right.
I'm practicing the motion.
So Regina goes to see Rumpelstiltskin, and she says, "I need a disguise. Can you teach me how to do the shape-shifty thing like you taught my mom?" And he said, "No, it'll take you too long."
You might be able to change your hair color in 2 weeks, but that's about it.
And he says, she's like, "I don't understand why they don't like me." And he said, "You did just slaughter an entire village." And he says, "Maybe that's why they call you an evil queen."
Duh.
It's like, really? Yeah, it's so funny that they have to state the obvious with her every time. But she says, "Once Snow is dead, they will see my kindness."
That's the only thing that's holding her back from being a lovely queen. The lovely, kind queen.
Quite
it's all
a
Snow.
Thought process there that they'll see my kindness once I've murdered more people.
Right.
And so he says, "I can change you. I'm not going to teach you how to do it, but I will put a spell on you, but you'll lose what? What will she lose once she's..."
Powers.
Yeah, so she has no magic.
Right, and she can't use magic.
What did he turn her into?
Peasant.
Yep, just a peasant girl. And he says, "You may not like what people say about the evil queen." She's like, "I don't care. I'm their queen." Of course she did.
She didn't make it 2 minutes.
No. She walked into the village and they had the
doll, the dummy.
The dummy of her up, and they were throwing darts at the heart. And they're like, of course we can't hit the heart because she doesn't have one. Ha ha ha. Ooh, she did not like any of that. And then when the guards came they thought she was the one with the dummy. Mm-hmm. And she tried to use magic on him. No magic.
And she's telling him, I'm the queen. They go, how does she know our names?
Well, I like when she starts telling the things that they would know. Like, remember, and I put you in shackles for doing this. And remember when I killed the entire village? And, like, all she can say are negative, horrible things.
Mm-hmm.
So what did the soldiers do to her?
They took her up to get slaughtered.
Yeah, yes. What were they going to do? They were going to cut her head off, right?
Uh-huh.
And what happened?
Snow ran in and saved them. Mom thought she had blonde hair, but she just had...
It was that fur.
She had that fuzzy thing on.
Yeah. But Snow, it was action Snow. Because when she's dressed like that, you're ready for action.
Is that Snaction?
Nope.
No, it's Snowshin.
Snowshin. I've got a Snowshin.
There's a Snowshin of a certain
I'd like to know that you got the Snowshin.
More singing.
Welcome to the singing podcast.
Right. So so Snow gets in and knocks the guards out and saves
the song.
Regina.
Finish it. Finish it.
I forgot. Wait.
Okay.
Forgot. I lost. I was going to say behead Regina. It went with the song, but I can't do it. Don't behead Regina.
Okay, can we go on?
Behead
Regina. What were you saying?
So she saves Regina. And Regina's like, you would think she'd be happy, but she goes, Snow!
Right.
And then she passes out because she got injured. Then they have all this stuff with Snow and Regina in the woods. And
Snow White takes her to her lair.
Right.
To her little hidden... There. She made quite a nice little shanty.
Yeah, if she was on Survivor, she would win because she knows how to make a shanty.
What's a shanty?
Like a little home.
A little hut.
Yep.
So... Regina tells her name is Wilma. I thought that was pretty funny.
Right.
I was like, that's what the name you come up with?
Usually they come up with names like Martha, which are hilarious, but this time it was Wilma.
So Snow White, at the end, is standing there with the peasant woman, who she doesn't know is Regina.
Yeah.
And that woman says to her, well, what about, because they're talking about all the, Regina's grilling her, and she says, do you want to kill Regina?
Right.
And the evil queen. And Snow White says, Regina just wants to hurt people. She wants revenge more than she wants love. But no, I don't want to kill her. And she says, would you forgive her and let her back in? And then Snow sees that the whole village was slaughtered. And she says, no, I changed my mind. I could never forgive her. There is no good in that woman. None. And there never was. And then Regina says to her, Regina says to her, what about the time she saved you on the horse?
Right.
And Snow White says, I never told you.
Right. I was thinking that she was saying, I didn't tell you who, it's not Regina, but it wasn't that. She was saying,
I never told you
it was Regina. Now
you
she
are
knows
Regina.
that she's Regina.
So,
yeah, I just misunderstood that.
Then she has the bow and arrow on her.
Yeah.
Like she's going to shoot her.
And Regina drops her sword. And why did she drop her sword?
Because Snow White wouldn't attack somebody unarmed.
Right.
And she didn't have magic.
Right, and that allows Regina to get away.
And what did she keep doing every time she was threatened and she didn't have her magic?
She kept, doing the pushing
Who did she call?
Rumpelstiltskin!
And he doesn't come.
It was like a toddler, when they get in trouble and they're like, Mommy!
Yeah, every time.
Mommy. She's going, okay, it doesn't work. Rumpelstiltskin!
Right.
Come and save me!
So
and then he never comes.
She goes to Rumpelstiltskin, and what does he say to her about that? Because she's like, you never came. And what did he say?
She was so mad.
He said, I said you could call. I didn't say I would call.
Yeah, what a jerk. So he turns her back into Regina.
Well, and he's just playing with her,
right.
And she says, you were right, they'll never love me. And he said, what are you going to do about it? And she says, punish them.
That's when he turns her back, because he was manipulating the situation to try to get her to be more on his side. Like, he probably knew that she was softening when she was out there a little bit, and now, by her saying she'll punish him, he clearly knows that she is evil.
Evil.
So that's it. Was there anything else in this episode?
Nope. I didn't have anything else.
Yeah, other than it just ended with the cliffhanger of they have Greg and Tamara and Hook have Regina.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, without her magic.
Okay, what do you think his mission is?
What do you think his mission is?
I don't know.
Maybe
To get rid of magic.
Oh, you think to get rid of
I
magic?
think they want. Well, I think they want to. I think they want
maybe
to
it's
get
just to
rid of
wipe
the
out the magic altogether
and
make them go back to where they came from, so he can have his dad back.
And to he just doesn't like them. I think
Right.
that they're just bigoted against magic people.
Well, could be.
And
Could
so
be.
they
I
want
understand
it
that
to
Pinocchio
go.
is some jerkwater.
No, I love him. All right, go ahead.
All
Finish
right.
us out.
Well,
on that
I
note.
know I enjoyed myself on that last joke. Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find past episodes of this at our website, which is
www.southgatemediagroup.com.
you can find us on all the different social media platforms. Look for us on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, Pinterest. Just type in Southgate Media Group or
We
Yeah.
just added a whole bunch of Ever After stuff, didn't we?
Oh,
Mel?
cool. So there's a lot of new stuff on the Ever After board. Either type
Actually,
in Southgate.
it's Ever After in Wonderland board.
Yeah, we did a
Oh,
whole bunch
yeah.
of Wonderland stuff on that.
Cool. So type in Southgate Media Group, and you should be able to find it. Or type in Ever After, the Once Upon a Time podcast, and all that Wonderland stuff and everything will be there. Find us on Instagram, Tumblr. Like I said, basically any social media platform, we should have some type of presence there. If not, go ahead and start putting us there. That'd be awesome. You can find us on iTunes. You can find us on Stitcher, Podbean, Podomatic, Pod, anything potty.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Princess in the Potty. You can find us there, too. And if we're not on a
I
directory
love
that
that.
you use, go ahead and let us know, and we'll get on there. You can send us an email or message us on Facebook or tweet us. Our email is southgatemediagroup@gmail.com. And we love getting correspondence. We'll reply. We have people that are already doing it and getting replies and talking back and forth with us. It's so much fun. Okay, I'm done. Oh, rate us and review us. It helps us, and it helps other people find us. We are 2 away from finishing the 2nd season of Once Upon a Time. Let's go to the next one.
We want to get to
Let's
Neverland.
end this the
Yes, we do!
Let's end this the way every great fairy tale ends.
Happily ever after.
The
end.
If you would like to donate to help pay for this and other Southgate Media Group podcasts, simply go to our website, southgatemediagroup.com, and click on the donate button. It can be as little as $1 or, well, as much as you want. Help keep this fun going by supporting this and our other shows. Thanks again for listening, everyone. You're the best fans in the world.